Beautiful Aquarius peeps, what's going on, guys? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot. I'm coming at you guys with your mid-October 2021 tarot reading. I hope you guys are well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they apply to you, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, all that information is going to be linked down in the description below. So Aquarius, welcome on in, everybody. I gotta get these cards together because I'm turning them sideways and all up, down, and all around, but welcome on into your mid-October, guys. Hopefully all is well. At the time I'm actually recording this video, today is October 18th. Mercury has gone direct, which is nice. I know Mercury retrograde was very interesting for everybody that was currently dealing with it. So hopefully the second half of the month will be a lot more smoother for everyone, especially if there's been anything that's kind of been on delay. So if you've been experiencing any hangman moments, situations on delay, feeling incredibly stagnant, feeling like you're trying to make things go forward and they're just not, you should be seeing a lot of clearing there so that things can move forward for you. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Starting off with the current energy for Aquarius, what current energies are coming through for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their mid-October 2021. What current energies are coming through here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their mid-October 2021. Let's go ahead and have a look, all right? We got here the Knight of Pentacles, we got here the Ace of Pentacles, and we have here the Death card. So, with the energy coming through so far for you guys, you could be connecting possibly with a Scorpio for a few of you. We also got here the Ace of Pentacles and a Knight of Pentacles, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or possibly a Capricorn. Now, looking at these three cards for your current energies, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and then the Death card. The Death card is a card that screams transformation, so it means that things are going to change, especially things that you've been wanting to change, things that you've been incredibly patient for. So Aquarius, it kind of goes back to that energy we were talking about. You know, considering that Mercury's now direct, anything that's been stagnant for you, or anything that's been slowly growing but not really growing in the rate that you'd like it to, is going to start to grow. Things are going to start to be cleared, blockages are going to be cleared, and everything is going to be full force moving throughout the second half of October. So, with the Death card coming in, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, whatever you've been patient for, whatever you've been, you know, waiting on to happen or waiting on to change is going to come to pass. You're going to start to see changes happening here in your mid-October 2021. Let's go ahead and clarify the Death card. What kind of change are we seeing here for Aquarius throughout their second half of October? And what do we got? We got here the Three of Swords. I like that a lot. I do feel like a lot of healing is going to take place for many of you, especially when it comes towards emotions you have not confronted. So keep in mind, every time Mercury is in retrograde, Mercury kind of pins us in a corner and it tells us to do one or two things. Either confront what Mercury is bringing up and heal it and let go of it, or it's going to be persistent and it's going to keep on bothering you until you heal or confront whatever needs your attention. Because the way that I look at Mercury retrograde is that Mercury retrograde likes to bring to your attention the things that you're not necessarily paying attention to, such as old emotions, things that are still on your mind, things that are still bothering you, or things that are even bothering you at a very buried away and deep level, to the point where there might be something that bothered you that was buried so deep you didn't even realize it, but then it surfaces. So Mercury likes to kind of pin you in a corner and say, hey, you can either confront what you need to confront right now, or I'm going to keep on being persistent and bother you till it happens. So I feel like as soon as Mercury goes direct here, it's going to be very easy for you guys to heal a lot of wounds of the past or heal a lot of wounds from things that are currently scarring you, because there's no more resistance. It's that energy of, I'm ready to confront whatever's bothering me, I'm ready to face whatever's, you know, bothering me, and I'm going to heal it. And speaking of healing, looking at the bottom of the deck, we actually have here the Temperance card, which is the card of healing. So, with the Death card coming into play, being clarified by the Three of Swords, I do see in the second half of October, you will be releasing a lot that no longer serves you. And what I love so much about this Three of Swords is that there's actually butterflies that are kind of flying around in the background of the card, and butterflies stand for healing and they stand for transformation. So it's funny because you have the Death card here, which is a very transformative card, and then you have here a Three of Swords with butterflies in the background, which is also talking about transformation. So with that all being said, any emotions or anything that's been bothering you, Aquarius, isn't going to be bothering you in mid-October. You're going to be letting go of a lot. I see a major release happening here for you as soon as Mercury goes direct. So, on the 18th, which will not be before then, it'll be after you guys are watching this, you may have noticed you had a very big release of emotions or something in regards to your past. Let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Why do we got the Ace of Pentacles here? And what do we got? the Temperance, lovely. And then why do we got the Knight of Pentacles here? Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? And we got the Three of Cups. So, overall, Aquarius, I feel like you've been very patient. I think, honestly, what this reading is pointing towards is you've been very patient with yourself in regards to being happy. I think that for a couple months, you felt very stagnant, and you felt very stagnant in the sense of you felt stagnant because you felt like nothing was fulfilling you. You felt like nothing was making you happy. You felt like there wasn't a lot of positivity surrounding you. I think you felt like you were in a rut of negativity that you couldn't necessarily escape from. And now that Mercury is out of retrograde, and now that it's gone direct, I think that you're going to start to see finally clearing and letting go of all this negative shit surrounding me is going to be easier than ever. So I feel like the second half of October is going to be a very healing month for you because there's no more blockages. You're now going to find it easier to look at the bright side of more situations. You're now going to find it easier to have a more positive mentality. You're now going to find it easier to let go of things that hurt you and that held you back from your own happiness. It just seems to me like all these negative roadblocks are being cleared for you, and you're finally seeing things in a very clear-headed space, and you're feeling good. So I think that you were very patient with yourself. You knew that you were in a bad mindset for a while. You knew that you weren't in the happiest place. Some of you guys might have been in a depression for a little bit, but coming into mid-October, energies feel lighter. Everything feels lighter. You feel freer. Everything feels easier to let go of. And essentially, a lot of healing is taking place. So yeah, I think that you guys are getting back into your flow of just being in a better mood, and things are getting better day by day. So I'm not saying the second half of your October is going to be like the most happiest moment of your life, but it's going to be the beginning of you getting out of a rut, especially for those of you that were dealing with depression, for those of you that were dealing with just a lot of stuff that was making you unhappy. This second half of the month is going to be like your first step out of that rut, and it's going to feel really good, okay? So I like that a lot for you, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and see what's coming in for you guys throughout mid-October. Is there anything coming in here for Aquarius that they need to know about throughout their mid-October? We have here an Ace of Swords. So that's clarity right there. Could be some clarity coming in for you. Not sure what that clarity is about, but we'll get back to it. We also got here the Six of Pentacles. We got here the Six of Swords, and we got here the Empress. Real quick, clarify the Ace of Swords. What kind of clarity is coming in here for Aquarius? And what do we got? We got here the Five of Pentacles. A lot of you guys here, I feel, are going to have massive realizations on why certain things in your life were not necessarily working out for you. For example, if a relationship in your life didn't work out, it's going to come to pass to the point where you understand why that relationship didn't work out. If a job didn't work out for you, if a friendship didn't work out for you, if a dream didn't work out for you, whatever hasn't worked out for you in the past, Aquarius, you're going to start to come to terms as to why it didn't. You know, there's a very famous quote that I say 24/7 in all my videos, and that quote is always going to be, rejection is God's protection. So when things actually don't work out for you, it's because you were meant for something better. I think a lot of you guys are going to realize that about certain situations in your life. So certain things that didn't work out for you is because you were meant to have better. So I see that clarity coming in for you. It's like, you know what? It's okay that me and this person aren't together because I'm going to find somebody better. Or it's okay that that job didn't work out for me because I'm actually more passionate about this thing and I want to see where this thing goes. It's like, you're going to realize it's okay that my path didn't end up the way I originally wanted it to be or thought it would be, because there's another path here for me, and who's to say that path is not even going to be better. So I do feel like there will be a lot more optimism coming into your life as well in the second half of October. Now, we also got here a Six of Pentacles, a Six of Swords, and we got here the Empress card. So speaking of optimism, that's a lot of growth in comparison to where you were at the beginning of October and before October. Because this reading was essentially talking about maybe the past 2 months or the past couple months, you haven't been feeling the best. You've been in a little bit of a rut, you felt depressed, you haven't felt happy, and you basically were in more so of a pessimistic point of view rather than an optimistic point of view. So you're going to be seeing a lot of growth here, Aquarius, considering that you're now much more of an optimist rather than a pessimist, because your mood is changing. Remember, everything's feeling easier to let go of. It's feeling easier to be positive. It's feeling easier to be happy, right? Because you no longer feel the stagnation of negativity constantly surrounding you. So you're moving to a good place. You're moving to a much more balanced place. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords. The thing about the universe is that there's duality. So there will be moments where we're down and not feeling great. There will be moments where we're up and we're feeling the best. There will be moments where we feel okay. But the one thing that the universe always needs is balance. So Aquarius, you went through your dark period, you went through your rough period, you're now coming out of that dark and rough period, and that's the balance. You're going back to the up moment, okay? So anytime you're going through some shit, just know that it's gonna get better, because at the end of the day, every time that something bad happens in your life, there's always gonna be a good point that pulls you out of it, you know? And this second half of the month is that good point, Aquarius, that's pulling you out of that dark period you went through. So I do see a lot of balance here coming in for you. I do see you guys actually being proud of yourselves, of how much growth you've experienced, because you're like, my mood feels better, I'm more of an optimistic person. This month feels good, you know? It feels a lot good in comparison to everything I went through. Now keep in mind, I'm not gonna pry too much because it's your life. I'm not sure necessarily what depressed you, or what put you in a depression, or what put you in a rut. You know, you've gone through some shit in the past couple months. Could be about, you know, the world. It could be about, you know, personal experiences, so on and so forth. But whatever it is that you went through, you were strong enough to make it through it, you know? And stepping into the second half of October, it's going to feel easier than ever to let all that stuff go. It's going to feel easy to just say, you know what? I'm going to have a good day today. It's going to feel easy to say, you know what? This didn't work out for me, but something better is coming my way. It's just like you no longer feel stuck inside this pit of negativity. You're like, oh wait, I can be optimistic. I can be positive. You know, it's almost like you forgot those things when you were stuck in your rut. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in our own negativity or negativity surrounding us that we forget that positivity exists and that good things exist. So we have to remember we always have that choice. You know, we can choose to continue resonating with the negativity surrounding us, or we could choose to say, you know what, I can be positive if I want to. I can be optimistic if I want to, right? It's a choice. So you guys are making that choice here. You're making the switch. Are there any sort of dire or important messages here that Aquarius needs to hear, setting foot into the second half of their October? Any important or dire messages they need to hear? We got here the Seven of Wands, we got here the Ten of Swords, and we got here the Page of Pentacles. So, Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Aquarius, definitely don't be afraid to have new beginnings. Remember, I said that in the second half of the month here, letting go is going to be easier than ever, so make sure you let go of things with ease. If something is over in your life, let it be over, and get ready for your next chapter. Get excited for your next chapter. You know, if you continue to keep fighting for things that are genuinely done, you're not allowing yourself to have new experiences. Instead, you're robbing yourself from being able to have new experiences. So, if something in your life has officially ended, don't be the person who's keeping it alive. Don't be the person who's keeping it going, you know? If you know it's over, if the other person said it's over, or if the situation deemed itself over, let it be over and get excited for the next chapter of your life. You know, the more that you hold on to cycles is the more that you're trying to reopen them. So definitely, I'm hearing, get excited for the next chapter of your life. Are there any other important or dire messages that Aquarius needs to hear moving in the second half of October? We got here the Five of Cups, we got here the Nine of Pentacles, and we got here the Hierophant card. Yeah, things are going to get better for you. Like I said, I think they want to keep reminding me that your dark period is over, Aquarius. You know, moving into mid-October, you're getting out of that dark period, it's over. So don't worry about having another dark period. Don't worry about going back into that energy that you just experienced for the last couple months or so. Like, be ready to say, I'm done with this dark period and I'm ready for good things to start happening in my life, because good things are going to start happening in your life for you, Aquarius. So I also feel here with another important or dire message, it's just to remind you that everything's okay right now. You're safe. Everything that's going to go on moving forward is going to be good for you. Don't worry about anything bad happening. Don't worry about going into another dark period. You're going to be going into a great period. You're going back into the light. So don't worry about that. Okay, guys? All right. What else do we got for Aquarius? Let's take a look here and see where things are going to go for them throughout the rest of their October. Where are things going to go here for Aquarius throughout the rest of their October 2021? We got here the World card, we got here the Ace of Wands, and we got here the Eight of Swords followed up with the Four of Pentacles. So, the World card and the Ace of Wands are two cards I really like to see. You know, the World card is talking about creating a brand new cycle for yourself, essentially creating a whole new world for yourself, and then the Ace of Wands is about the new beginning you're creating. So it's about your creation, guys. So I definitely feel like in mid-October you're getting very creative. Considering that you're coming out of a period of stagnation, that period of stagnation did not just have to to be about you guys feeling stuck in negativity. It could have been about you guys feeling like you couldn't be creative. Maybe a lot of you Aquarians felt heavily demotivated during the time of like you feeling depressed or you feeling uneasy. So you could have felt very unmotivated. You could have felt like, I'm not creative at all. There's nothing I want to do with my life moving forward. But considering that all the blockages are being cleared in mid-October, this is the time for you guys to tap back into your creativity. This is the time for you guys to tap right back into saying, you know what, here's what I want to do, here's how I'm going to do it, let's go ahead and get it done, you know? So I like that. Your motivation is coming back, your creativity is coming back, you want to do things in your life. So this is really, really awesome, all right? When we feel stuck and surrounded by negativity, it can make us not want to do anything at all. But once you're out of that, it's like, woo, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can make our life. So I like that, guys. I like it a lot, baby. So yeah, that's really good. Where your energies are heading, or where things are heading for you in mid-October, is you're jumping back into your creativity, you're jumping back into your motivation, and you're making something of your life. You're getting back to work is what I'm hearing, Aquarius. Now we also have here the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. There will be a part of you in mid-October that still holds on to the fear, okay, of, well, things may feel good right now, but what if I get depressed again? Or what if I go into this dark period again? You know, there's going to be this fear in mid-October that jumps up that is like, what if right now things may be great, but I go back down to where I was? Remember, when I pulled if there were any important or dire messages for you, the most important dire message I got for you guys was do not worry about going back to any dark periods, guys. Do not worry about getting depressed again. Realize that you're coming out of that and realize that good things are happening for you moving forward, as long as you so choose good things to happen for you moving forward. So make sure every day you choose to be positive for yourself. You choose to do good for yourself. You choose to create wonderful things in your life. Remember that it's a choice now. You realize that that choice is there. So make the choice, guys, to do good things for you and to live a good life, and you'll see a good life happen. All right? All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump to the outcome over here. What's going to be the overall outcome for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their mid-October 2021? What is going to be the overall outcome here for Aquarius throughout their second half of October? And what do we got? We got here the King of Wands, and we got here the Eight of Wands. Lovely. From a period of stagnation to your entire life changing right before your very eyes. I like that, man. The reason why I would say the King of Wands shows up as a period of stagnation is because you have a king over here. He's sitting down on his throne and he's holding the Ace of Wands. The thing is, though, is that this king is looking at his future. He's looking at what he can create. He's looking at the things he can do, but he's not getting up that throne. He's not sitting up. He's not taking action. So you're moving from a place of inaction to everything starting to change right before your very eyes because you're taking action to make the change. So Aquarius, you guys here are really getting out of this dark period in mid-October. You're feeling more motivated than ever. You're feeling a lot more optimistic. You're doing things for yourself. You're creating a whole new world for yourself. You're taking action. And by doing all that, not only have you pulled yourself out of all the stagnation you were a part of, and like I said, with Mercury going direct, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to let go of things and to let go of negativity and to no longer feel trapped because roadblocks are being cleared. But either way, you're going to get that intuitive push of like, I feel good now, I feel free now, I feel lighter now. All right, it's time to get my life back on track and start doing good things for me. So you're going to be taking care of yourself, guys, in the second half of the month. You're going to be letting go of that dark period and leaving it in the dark, and you're going to get ready here to create something wonderful moving forward. I like it, Aquarius. I like it a lot. So guys, man, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's reading, please let me know down in the comments down below. If it resonates, let me know too. I appreciate you guys coming in so much. If it didn't resonate with you guys, no worries. There's going to be tons and tons of more readings on the channel in the near future. You're also welcome to check out any other amazing tarot readers on YouTube. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And with all that being said, Aquarius, enjoy mid-October. Enjoy coming out of that dark period. You know, like I said, mid-October may not be the happiest moment of your life, but it feels good to experience positivity again. It feels good to experience optimism again. It feels good to be reminded that there's a choice to be happy rather than only being surrounded by negativity and believing that that's all you're ever going to have. It feels great to recognize that second option and to actually make the choice to be more positive and to make the choice to be doing things to make you happy in your life, you know? So I like it, guys. All right, Aquarius, enjoy October, and I will see you all in November. Much love, Aquarius, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.